best of Africa.
Hello, Africa. Tell me how you do.
Only on Best Mornings.
Hello, motherland.
It's Metro FM, it's where you want to be. It's time for us to embrace the continent, to embrace people who are doing phenomenal things. Every now and then we update you on what's happening within the continent. This time around, we're hanging out with a brother who wears so many hats. He's one of those brothers who also has a personal number within the SABC. I call him Don Verbo. When he landed on this earth, the parents decided to say Debojo. Professionally, he's one dude who really, really shines in most of the spaces that he plays a role in. Can this man even makes money in property?
Oh my goodness, he's a celebrated South African media personality, an icon living property investor, corporate speaker. He holds a BBA degree and is completing an MBA currently with plans to pursue a DBA as well. His journey of transformation from entertainer to academic and wellness advocate positions him as a credible voice on intentional and balanced living. I love that so much. His brand new book, I love the title, To Health With It, is a reflective yet practical guide to holistic living by acclaimed broadcaster and entrepreneur Tebogo Tegisho, widely known as, of course, Proverb. He joins us live in studio right now, looking like the superstar that he is. A very good morning to you, King. And firstly, congratulations.
Congrats, Verb.
Good morning, gang, and thank you so much. It feels so weird you guys saying my government name like that, but thank you very much, man. It's good to be here.
Bro, how does it feel? Second one in the bag. Like,
Dude.
putting this one together.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how the challenges was. And maybe I'll use a music reference. You put out your first album.
Sure.
To the introduction in the space. This is me, get to know me. But the soul of my album comes with its own challenges. How was cooking up the second book for you?
Man, you know what? It's exactly like recording music, because by the time you do it the second time round, you know what to expect. You know what the deliverables are. You know exactly what you're trying to communicate. I think you've solidified your mind in terms of creatively who you are, so you know how to better express it.
Right,
Love
right.
that, man.
One major recurring theme, health and wellness,
Sure.
in this specific book.
Yeah.
Why the importance?
Can I tell you? So I came to realize, through my own lived experiences, how you can't separate all the different health aspects. So in other words, you can't be physically in good shape, but your emotional health is in
It's a
turmoil.
nightmare, yeah.
Or you can't be in financial good standing. You understand? But your occupational health is in tatters.
bro.
So I then realized that, you know what? One aspires for a holistic life, and in order to achieve this, you have to approach everything concurrently, and everything has to, lend to the other.
I love that.
Does that make sense?
It
So much.
does.
Yes, absolutely. It's all cohesive. It's one
100%.
ecosystem.
Exactly.
And they work together, and everything has to be in right standing. I love
Indeed.
that.
These are hectic topics, right? I say hectic because there's parts of them that require you to look at yourself in the mirror
sure.
and deal with the state of your mental health, right? Opening it up, the contents of the book, what is health? You break it down as part of the introduction. You got mental health, physical health, emotional health,
Yeah.
all the way to creative health.
Yes, sir.
Which part of your health was hard for you to share on this book?
So you need to consider this, because
Yeah.
it's not an autobiography.
Yes.
It's not written about my life.
Yes.
But I do reference my personal experiences.
Yes.
Also, a lot of the stuff is shared extensively by other authors as well. So you get to reference them as well. So it's almost a culmination of your own lived experiences and, what's available out there as well. So,
Oh, I see. For example, on one of the pages, you reference Dan Millman, where he says you don't have to control your thoughts. You just have to stop and let them control you, which is true.
Exactly, but I will mention though, when when you speak of aspects of spiritual health, where you're thinking about what your place is in the world, your significance, what do you offer, what's your value, and things like emotional health. So all of these things kind of force you to dig deep. So you do reference some traumas, some
Yes.
difficult
Yeah.
experiences,
Yeah.
and what the learnings from those are.
Well, we appreciate your vulnerability. I also see family health, which is
Yes.
quite interesting. We never talk about that.
No.
What if you have toxic family members or you're an orphan?
Yeah.
Exactly though.
Yeah.
So you kind of try to find out, how do you build a relationship? Should you? Is it valuable? Does it sort of add to you at all? If they are toxic, you then consider, how do you relate to them? Because it doesn't mean the relationship dynamic has to be the same, but it is important to have a sense of belonging. So you do want to always have a relationship with your family.
100%. I love that so much.
Yeah.
How do you hope the readers will connect and receive this lovely book? What do you want them to take away?
I want them to, to challenge themselves on their own health aspects, to read it, compare notes. We live in the information age, so
Yep.
everyone
Yeah.
bring your perspective to the table and let's discuss. So if anything, I hope it stimulates conversation, but also inspires you to just do a little bit of introspection and examine your own health aspects.
Shout out one time, man. I love how you were able to flip what could be negative and make it positive with the
Yeah,
title of the
it's
book.
very cool.
To hell with it, but you're like to health with it.